Former Nissan CEO jumps bail and makes daring escape from Japan. An analysis. The world was captivated by the daring escape of Carlos, the former CEO of Nissan, from Japan in late 2019. Gossen, once a celebrated figure in the automotive industry, found himself at the center of a legal storm in Japan, facing charges of financial misconduct. His escape, executed with the precision of a Hollywood thriller, raised serious questions about Japan's legal system, international diplomacy, and corporate governance. This essay delves into the key aspects of Carlos' escape, examining the circumstances that led to his dramatic decision, the implications for Japan and the global business community, and the broader consequences for international law. The rise and fall of Carlos. Carlos's story is one of incredible success, followed by a precipitous fall from grace. Born in Brazil to Lebanese parents and educated in France, Gossen was a rare example of a global business leader. He gained fame in the automotive industry as a turnaround expert, credited with saving Nissan from near bankruptcy in the late 1990s. His success at Nissan earned him the moniker Lacoste Killer, and he was celebrated as a savior in Japan, where he became something of a national hero. However, Carlos' meteoric rise was followed by an equally dramatic fall. In November 2018, Gossen was arrested in Japan on charges of financial misconduct, including underreporting his earnings and misusing company assets. The arrest was shocking, not only because of Carlos' stature, but also due to the manner in which it was carried out. He was detained upon arrival at Tokyo's Haneda Airport and held in a Japanese detention center under conditions that drew international criticism. Legal challenges and bail conditions. Carlos' legal battle in Japan was fraught with controversy. Japan's legal system, often criticized for its high conviction rate and harsh pre-trial conditions, became a focal point in the case. Carlos' treatment, held in solitary confinement for long periods, subjected to daily interrogations without a lawyer present, and denied bail for months, drew criticism from human rights organizations and legal experts around the world. When Gossen was finally granted bail in March 2019, it came with stringent conditions. He was required to stay in Japan, surrender his passports, and be under constant surveillance. Despite these measures, Gossen felt increasingly cornered by what he perceived as a rigged system. He maintained that he was innocent and the victim of a corporate coup orchestrated by Nissan executives who opposed his plans to further integrate Nissan with its French partner, Renault. The daring escape. In December 2019, Gossen pulled off an escape that seemed too audacious to be true. Disguised and hidden inside a large musical equipment case, he was smuggled out of Japan on a private jet. The plan was meticulously executed with the help of a team of operatives that included a former Green Beret. Gossen first flew to Turkey, where he switched planes and continued to Lebanon, a country with which he had deep personal ties and where he could avoid extradition due to the lack of an extradition treaty with Japan. The escape was a stunning blow to the Japanese authorities, who were left scrambling to explain how one of the most high-profile defendants in the country had managed to evade their grasp. Carlos' escape highlighted serious flaws in Japan's bail system and the lack of coordination among law enforcement agencies, especially given that he was under surveillance. Implications for Japan's legal system. Carlos' escape has had far-reaching implications for Japan's legal system. Domestically, it prompted a debate about the fairness and transparency of the Japanese justice system, particularly its treatment of foreign nationals. Critics argue that Japan's hostage justice system, where defendants are often held for long periods without charge and pressured into confessing, was exposed by Carlos' case as being out of step with international norms. Gossen himself became a vocal critic of the system, using his newfound freedom in Lebanon to speak out against what he described as a violation of human rights. The escape also embarrassed Japanese authorities, who faced international criticism for their inability to prevent Carlos' departure. It raised questions about the effectiveness of Japan's security and surveillance systems, especially in high-profile cases. Moreover, it strained diplomatic relations between Japan and Lebanon, as well as between Japan and other countries involved in the escape, such as Turkey. Impact on corporate governance. and international business. Beyond the legal ramifications, Carlo's escape has had significant implications for corporate governance and international business. The case has cast a spotlight on the often opaque and insular nature of Japanese corporate culture. Carlo's downfall, according to some analysts, was as much about cultural clashes and internal corporate politics as it was about financial misconduct. The case revealed deep rifts within the Nissan-Renault-Mitsubishi alliance, with some suggesting that Carlo's aggressive management style and push for greater integration were not well received by all parties involved. For multinational corporations, the Gossen case serves as a cautionary tale about the risks of cross-cultural misunderstandings and the complexities of operating in different legal environments. It has underscored the importance of understanding local legal and corporate governance norms, as well as the potential perils of falling foul of them. Broader consequences for international law and diplomacy. Carlo's escape has also had broader consequences for international law and diplomacy. His ability to evade justice in Japan and find refuge in Lebanon has highlighted the limitations of international extradition treaties and the challenges of enforcing them. The case has also underscored the growing trend of wealthy and powerful individuals using their resources to navigate and sometimes circumvent legal systems around the world. Moreover, Carlo's escape has put a spotlight on the issue of political asylum and the rights of individuals facing legal persecution. While Gossen has not formally sought asylum, his case raises questions about the balance between national sovereignty and the protection of human rights in an increasingly interconnected world. Carlo's escape from Japan is a story that will be remembered as one of the most dramatic episodes in the history of international business and law. It has exposed weaknesses in Japan's legal system, highlighted the challenges of cross-border corporate governance, and raised important questions about the enforcement of international law. Carlo's escape is not just the tale of one man's flight from justice, but a case study in the complexities of operating in a globalized world where legal, cultural, and political systems often collide. The full implications of this event are still unfolding, but it is clear that Carlo's escape will have lasting consequences for Japan, the international business community, and the global legal order.